The medieval Pallava and Chola periods witnessed a drastic change in the social and cultural lives of the South Indian people. As imperial Chola power exploded across South India in the 11th century, landowners and military people became far more prominent in society. One major class of donors were people called Pallis, former hunter-gatherers from the forest, who gained power as Chola mercenaries. This community fought in the 20th century to be referred to as Vanniar. Vanniar, who forms an important segment of the Tamil population in South India, is concentrated in the northern part of Tamil Nadu. They were formerly known as the Palli. At the time of the census in 1871, a petition was submitted to the government by representatives of the Palli caste, praying that they might be classified as Kshatriyas. And 20 years later, in connection with the census, a book entitled Vanniyakula Kshatriyas was compiled in support of the caste claim to be returned as Kshatriyas. In 1907, a book entitled Varuna Darpanam was published, in which an attempt is made to connect the caste with the Pallavas. By 1931, due to their successful politicking, the term Palli was removed from the Madras census, with the term Vanniyakula Kshatriyas appearing instead. The traditions of the origins and development of the Vanniar are recorded in three medieval Tamil texts, the Vanniya Puranam, the Silai Elupadhu, and Kalladam. Traditions recorded in literature represent the Vanniar as a caste of professional warriors, and this claim receives some confirmation from epigraphical evidences. The expression Vanniar was applied in the literary and epigraphic texts to designate not only the members of a particular community, but also the rank of a feudal prince and the leader of an army. Vanniar is a derivative from Vani, which is a Tamilized form of the Sanskrit expression Vani, which means fire. Another plausible explanation of the word Vanniar is that Vanya, the Sanskrit equivalent of the Tamil word Kadava, meaning inhabitant of the jungle tract. Tondamandalam, which in ancient times was covered with jungle. Traditions recorded in ancient Tamil poetical works, the Pattinapala in particular, suggest that Tondamandalam was inhabited by pastoral communities and jungle tribes, and credit the Chola king Karikalan with having cleared forests, extended arable lands, and established settlements in that region. The Pallavas of Kachi and the feudal chieftains who ruled from Kachi from about the 12th century and claimed Pallava descent were referred to as Kadava. The Pallava kings had the epithets Kadavakon, the king of the people of the forest. They were described presumably on the account of the fact that their realm corresponded to Tondaimandalam, which in ancient times was covered with jungle. The earliest epigraphic notices on the Vanniar are from the period of the Cholas. In the Chola kingdom, there were three lines of feudatory chieftains, namely the Sampuvarayar chiefs, the Malyaman chiefs, and the Ganga chiefs. All the principalities under these chieftains were in Tondaimandalam. The Sampuvarayar chiefs who claimed Pallava descent also appear to have borne the epithet Vanniyarayan. An epigraphic record of the 38th year of Kulothunga III refers to Ammayappan Sampuvarayan as a Vanniar. The epithet Vanniyarayan, a variant of which was Vanniyar Makkal Rayan, may be defined as one that denoted a dignitary who was either a general who had regiments of Vanniar under his charge or a chief of the people called Vanniar. During the period of the imperial Cholas, the word Vanniar appears to have acquired two meanings. First, it denoted a particular group of people, a community, as suggested by the expression Vanniyar Makkal. Second, it signified the rank of a feudatory chieftain, as suggested by an inscription of the Regan of Kulothunga III. The transformation of the Vanniar from their original status of shepherds and hunters into a community of professional warriors must have been a process connected with the development of large and powerful kingdoms in Tondamandalam and Cholamandalam and the assimilative character of Tamil social organization and cultural traditions. The Mahabharata was well integrated into Tamil tradition by the early medieval period. It seems to have gained considerable recognition during the Pallavas dynasty. The Pallavas built the port of Mamallapuram and sponsored the sculptures and monuments. These sculptures depict the characters and scenes from the Mahabharata. During the reign of Nandivarman III, a Tamil version of the Mahabharata was composed by Perunthevanar. Today's practice of reciting the epic at Draupadi temple certainly owes something to this early development. Draupadi is an important deity for the Vanniyar community, as it is around her that the Draupadi Amman festival is celebrated. Draupadi is conceived differently when it comes to the vernacular versions. The community at play constructs a different Mahabharata, one that is interpreted through the centrality of the goddess. The Draupadi cult is a fascinating combination of folk and myth that can be pinpointed through the Terukuttu. The 18-day war covered by the Terukuttu cycle marks the end of the Draupadi festival. Although her affinities with fire, which render eternal virginity and chastity to her, are implicit, it is more significant or appropriate for the Vanniar community to include the fire-walking ceremony as a ritual centered on her. The ritual of fire-walking is the main celebration of the Thimiti festival. After the victory of Pandavas, Draupadi walks on fire to prove her adroitness and virginity through her adherence to dharma. As a consequence, she walks out as a fresh flower. The fire-walking ceremony is celebrated to commemorate this event. The Vanniyar Mahasangam, with its active district sangams, took up the role of social reform as well as political participation during the early decades of the 20th century, up until the formation of two distinct Vanniyar political parties, the Tamil Nadu Toilers Party and Commonweal Party in the early 1950s, which made a major impression in the elections of that decade. After 2 decades of silence, the Vanniar mobilization re-emerged in the 1980s with the formation of 3 important organizations. Vanniyar Sangam demanded an exclusive reservation of 20% at the state level and 2% at the center for the Vanniar community on the basis of their numerical strength. In 1987, the Sangam organized a 1-week road blockade agitation that affected the Vanniar community as well as the government, in equal and grave measure, resulting in the loss of lives for the Vanniar people, in addition to the loss of properties in the northern districts of Tamil Nadu. The Vanniar caste became an important political player in Tamil Nadu in the 1980s, a decade widely acknowledged as a crucial and interesting decade in Tamil Nadu politics. The Vanniar community is the second largest community in Tamil Nadu, and most of them are agricultural and manual laborers. They have been economically and socially backward until recent times. A strong community consciousness and an increasing awareness of their strength, as symbolized by the formation of a political party of their own, are characteristic trends in their contemporary development. Due to their population size and concentration, the Vanniar community wields significant political clout in northern Tamil Nadu.